3/8 notes to the measure, and a dotted quarter note equals 3/8 notes. Of course, the quarter note equals 2. Here's your third one inside this measure. 2/8 notes here, 1/8 note rest, 1/8 note rest, quarter note equaling 2, 1/8 note rest, quarter note equal 2, and 3 total in that measure, and a dotted quarter note equaling 3. So with a metronome beating, of course you want to get the beat exactly on the 8th note. This 3/8 would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hold for 2, 3, 1, 2, rest, rest, quarter note, rest, quarter note, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So of course, anytime you're learning a new rhythm, it's always preferable to start a little slower. So in the next line down, where they have 6/8 notes in the measure, I'll slow it down to maybe around 67. And you have 1, 2, 3, quarter note, 3, hold for 2, 3, hold for 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, quarter note, 8, quarter note, hold for 3, 2, 3. Alright, I think earlier in the measure I said 3 somewhere in here, but we do have 6/8 notes in the measure. So when you're counting, you have to count all the way to 6. When you see the measure line, you start over and you're counting again all the way to 6. Measure line, start over, all the way to 6. Measure line, start over, and your double bars to end the line. On the next line, you'll see where I've grouped off the notes into 2 separate countings. We have 6 in the measure like before, but we also have the larger beat going on. This is oftentimes how they will think of 6/8 rhythm. They'll put 2 large beats in the measure instead of 6 small ones. In other words, the triplet becomes, or the 3/8 notes becomes count 1. This is the beginning of count 2 with the quarter note followed by the 8th note that would be part of that larger second beat. You have 3 here, 1, 2, 3, equaling 1. Same thing here for 2. Same thing here for 1. Same thing for 2. And over here we have an 8th note followed by a quarter note, or a reverse of this pattern here. All of that equals count 1, and we have again a dotted quarter note equaling 3 counts, all for count 2. So even though I grouped it off into the larger beats as well, let's go back to the smaller beats, the 8th notes, and I'll speed it up a bit. Again, I expect you to do all the repetitions in between, and gradually building up in speed, 1 notch at a time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Rest. Quarter note. 8. 1, 4, 5, 6, I should say. Okay. Again, build it up gradually. You would go to 81, repeat, 82, repeat, 83, repeat, and I expect you to go all the way up now, another 10 notches or so, to 1, 2, 3, quarter note, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, rest, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's like around 91. So now, instead of cutting 91 in half, we have to cut it by a third, because we're going to be fitting in the 3/8 notes into a larger beat. But my metronome doesn't go down to 30, so we'll start at 40 for the larger beat, and we have 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The preferable way would have been to build that up then to 120 with the 8th note getting the beat, and then divide 120 by 3 down to 40. So we didn't go that far with the 8th notes. Let's return to that though. And see how that would sound with counting the eighth notes, or giving the eighth note the beat. So that's 1, 2, 3, quarter note, 6, 1, 2, 3, quarter note, 6, 1, rest, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, I'm going to cut it down now to a third of that, a third of 120 being 40, and returning to the larger beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, quarter, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's how a conductor would think of the 6/8. Basically, they just give you 2 beats with the baton. Instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, it's easier for them. All right, that will be how I will expect it on the test. I'll expect you to demonstrate for me 6/8 notes in the measure, as well as the larger count of 2 beats, 2 pulses per measure in a 6/8 pattern.